Sign up today for a 7-day free trial at alerts.chartguys.com. Checking back in on the cryptocurrency sector, big green day. The question is the cryptocurrency space going up? Is Bitcoin going up in response to Iran? We had the US pretty much assassinate a top official in Iran, and that led to a market dump, that led to a gold breakout, that led to an oil breakout. In the end, that was all occurring in futures trading when volume is much lighter. The bell rang this morning and bulls showed up and it was business as usual. Yes, there's red out there today in the market overall, but it's insignificant in the grand scheme of things. So the question is, did Bitcoin react to that news? If it did, it was a delayed reaction because I was watching the market react for pretty much 2 hours while Bitcoin did nothing, and then this huge spike happened in 1 hour. Is it due to that? In my opinion, yes, it is. It's a delayed reaction by the market. Is it going to mark our monthly high or low? Potentially, but I don't think that's going to be the catalyst that everybody's going to be buying Bitcoin. The reason Bitcoin is going up in the short term right now is because people jumped in hoping that other people were going to jump in on this news as well. That's essentially what it boils down to. And that's essentially what any move on any chart is. You get in hoping that other people are going to do the same thing as well. So will it have any kind of lasting impact? I don't believe so, but that remains to be seen. It is notable volume, and if we were to see another big green day and another big green day of volume tomorrow with a break of 75.31, then that would definitely have me perk up and pay more attention. As of right now, this is just a daily lower high compared to 75.31, and the 4-hour time frame's extended. We're looking a little bit toppy on this 4-hour chart, and it may be time to consolidate and look for a 4-hour higher low to form. So again, something to pay attention to. You better believe that next time there's some geopolitical major news out there, I will probably enter a position on Bitcoin and just use a really tight stop loss. And no harm if it does not get any follow through. For example, if I entered Bitcoin at 69.60, put my stop under 68.54, I'm risking $110, and the reward would have been much greater than that. So that's a little lesson learned for me. And the more that happens, the more it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy where people are going to say, well, it reacted by going up, what, 3-4% last time? So I'm going to try and see if that at 6%. I'm going to try and see if that happens again. And then the more people that try and see for that to happen again, the more we're going to see a candle like this respond to that geopolitical news. So something to pay attention to, definitely, but bigger picture, still work to do on the daily time frame. We need a daily trend change. I pointed out in the last video how the 3-day time frame could be viewed as an inverse head and shoulders pattern, trying to form the right shoulder now, but it's coming up to the point where the bulls have to go on offense here to confirm a break of the neckline resistances on this time frame, which means a break of 76.89 and 78.70, which would also set our monthly high or low if that took place. So one day is great, short-term gains are great, but we need to change the daily trend, break the daily lower high pattern, and see notable follow-through. ETH, still in a daily uptrend, so it does stand out for that reason. Litecoin lost its daily higher low while Ethereum did not. Its new higher low is 125.52, and the top of this move is 137.85. If the bulls can break 137.85, the odds of a weekly bear flag will drop off a little bit. The further we can create space on the weekly time frame, the less likely a bear flag will be, and we need to see a break of resistance for follow-through. The bulls want to see the first cross of these exponential moving averages since the end of October, so pretty much it's been 2 months. And if we get a bull break over 137.85, we would likely see those moving averages cross bullish as well. The ETH BTC chart, pretty much a double bottom and a double top at this point. Sideways range over the last 5 days, and we need a clear break of 18.4 for continuation of this bull move. Best case scenario would be for Bitcoin to break its daily lower highs and for the ETH BTC chart to break its top of this bounce, which would mean ETH is likely following through into the 140s. Litecoin, so after losing daily support, obviously seeing some sympathy with the rest of the sector and seeing some reaction, anything under 44.02 is just a lower high, and the bulls need to break 44.02 to try and negate the weekly bear flag that this weak little bounce is currently shaping up as. 4-hour trend changes are needed on everybody. It looks like we're topping out on the 4-hour time frame. Higher low and higher high into daily resistance breaks would go a long way for confidence. If we do not see that, Bears are just sitting here patiently waiting for re-entries, using the daily lower high as stop loss levels and continuing to profit as long as these lower highs remain. LTC BTC still trying to change this daily trend, more so setting up for an equilibrium with our low, high of the bull move, trying for a higher low, but even if we do, we would just be looking for a lower high and tightening range. Reason being the size of the pullback. Size of this pullback percentage-wise is much more significant than ETH. This ETH consolidation favors continuation, whereas the LTC BTC consolidation favors an equilibrium. XRP USD is absolutely worth watching because it's a really nice tight equilibrium. We just set a double bottom at 18.5, so we have a double top, a double bottom, and patiently waiting for a break sometime in the next few days. There's another potential bearish entry opportunity off of these resistances. I would be using 20 cents as a resistance level. And if we cannot break that, it's just a lower high, staying in its tightening range, and then we would look for a higher low compared to 18.5. I'm going to be watching for this range to tighten up for probably another couple days at this point. BNB USDT is also worth watching because the bulls held their support as well. So daily higher low, we can start to distinguish the altcoin space by who lost their daily higher lows like Litecoin and who held them like Ethereum, XRP, Binance. But we know if Binance can't break 1438, they prove nothing as far as the bulls go. Still a weekly bear flag unless we can get over that level and create more space for the bulls to work with on the weekly time frame. Link USD. So Link had a bear break, so it's going in the category with Litecoin as well. Bears are patiently watching for lower high entries. We've got 185 resistance, 192 resistance, and the bears are keeping control as long as those lower highs remain, same as Bitcoin. Support is down at 170 and 163 as the only short-term levels that the bulls have to rely on. And last we got XTZ USDT. Bigger picture, again, still watching for a weekly higher low to be set, but there's no sign on the daily time frame just yet. Anything under 140 is a daily lower high. And until we change the trend, we need a 4-hour trend change, we need a daily trend change. Once we change the daily trend, that's going to be the indication of the weekly higher low being set. Trying to find a time frame that I like, but it's going to be sticking to the daily at this point. So a little bit of life for the bulls. If we don't get any follow through, it means nothing. If we do get another solid green day with green volume tomorrow, we'll definitely start paying attention, and we'll be watching to see if that Bitcoin inverse head and shoulders on the 3-day time frame can get follow through. As of where we stand right now, burden of proof is still on the bulls in most altcoins to prove to us that we are not setting weekly bear flags right now, and the only way to do that is break the highs of our recent bounce tops. So hope you have a good weekend, and we will check back in early next week when we get a little bit more clarity. Keep an eye on the headlines. Definitely going to anticipate some potential escalation between Iran and the U.S. Again, is it going to be the reason that Bitcoin breaks out to all-time highs? Probably not, but if it's going to go 6% in half a day, it's absolutely worth paying attention to, and the more that happens, again, it will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Thanks again, do good things, we'll see you soon.